Hi, Anthony Parent here from IRS Medic, One Team Legal and Tax. Over the last 20 years, I've helped thousands of families protect and transfer their wealth. And here's the hard truth I've learned. Most families don't lose their wealth because of high taxes, bad investments, or even lawsuits. They lose it because of 5 completely avoidable estate planning mistakes that turn loving families into warring factions, sometimes in a single generation. Every week I see the same mistakes in real clients' cases, and today I'm going to show you exactly what they are, and more importantly, how to make sure they never happen to your family. So the first mistake is silence. Families assume their kids will just figure it out when they're gone. But in reality, silence breeds confusion, confusion breeds anger, and anger breeds litigation. I've watched adult children explode when they discover one sibling got more, or that mom made the neighbor a trustee, or that dad had a secret account no one knew about. My rule is simple. If it's going to matter later, talk about it now. Over-communication beats secrecy 100% of the time when inheritance is involved. The second mistake is treating estate planning like a rerun of childhood. You know the roles: the golden child, the scapegoat, the responsible one, the outsider, the black sheep. When parents draft their plan without addressing these old dynamics, the documents become weapons for 40-year-old resentments. You're not just planning documents, you're planning emotions. The healthiest families I work with treat estate planning as fresh negotiation, not the final score settling of childhood. The most dangerous combinations I've seen are brother versus sister. Those battles can be the worst, so beware. The third mistake is waiting too long. Baby boomers, well, everyone for that matter, often delay because they feel immortal. They don't want to think about incapacity, or they mistakenly believe planning means giving up control. Well, here's the problem. If you wait until there's a health crisis, the government writes the plan for you. The Medicaid look-back rules kick in, irrevocable trust cannot be created, tax strategies are off the table. Planning early gives you more options, lower taxes, and a lot less stress. The fourth mistake is the check the box trap. Families pay good money for beautiful trust documents and then never fund the trust. They forget to retitle the house, they never update the beneficiaries, and leave bank accounts outside the trust. I call this the paper tiger plan. It looks impressive until the day it's actually needed, then it's worthless. The biggest gap in wealth transfer isn't really bad planning, it's zero follow-through. And then the fifth mistake is excessive secrecy, what I call the boomer blind spot, Many baby boomers grew up being sold the idea of eternal youth and eternal control. Talking about death feels like surrender, so you know what? They default to estate planning by silence, right? The result is shock, suspicion, sibling accusations, and sometimes outright estrangement. I'm not saying parents have to reveal every dollar today, but gentle, persistent communication. We need clarity today so we don't fight tomorrow is the single best wealth preservation tool we have. Now, when these 5 mistakes collide, the damage is brutal. Litigation eats 20 to 50% of the estate and legal fees. Long-term care crises drain assets that could have been protected. And bad tax positioning triggers unnecessary estate taxes. Family relationships fracture for decades. When communication fails, the probate court becomes the family mediator, and the government becomes the biggest beneficiary. Here's the framework I give every family we help. Communicate early, often, and kindly. Address the emotional landmines, not just the legal checkboxes. Plan for long-term care 5 years before you think you'll need it if you can. Review and update the plan every 2 to 4 years. Make sure every asset is titled correctly and every trust is funded. Bring the next generation into the conversation and in stages. Transparency preserves wealth. Generational wealth survives when families talk the most. It collapses when they don't. If you're a baby boomer watching this, please don't let pride or fear rob your kids of what you've spent a lifetime building. And if you're the adult child worried about your parents, stay tuned. My very next video is called How to Convince Your Boomer Parents to Create an Estate Plan Before It's Too Late. It's the exact conversation script my clients use to finally get their parents to the table without fighting. Hit the like button if this helps, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video, and I'll see you in the next one.